my phone got a call. If that had happened about 2 hours ago, I would have lost my mind. Genuinely. Thank God we're back in a normal state. All right. I think I was mentioning what had happened. Oh, the logic. So logic and intuition are very much connected in ways that we don't realize. Because as humans, we need logic to maintain the masculine energies within us and move forward and do the thing. And then intuitively, we also need to be led by our intuition. That's how humans are designed. This body, physical, is intuitive. And all of ours are on the same level. But the way that we've operated within the world for the last, I don't know how long, I'm not going to stipulate. The way we've operated in the world for the last X amount of years has meant that the logic has been the real lead in the decisions that we make, in the reason why we do something. The logic is the explanation for everything. But as we evolve as humans, the intuitive nature in us wants to be birthed into the surface. And and to be completely frank, let me just walk back a step. Even when we are in the logical mind, my dog's just walked into the room. Lily, you right? As much as we need the logic and all the rest, I fucked that up. I can't remember what I was saying. My train of thought just went straight out the window as soon as I talked to my dog. Love that for me. Intuitively, we have always been led by... Oh, that's what I was saying. She got it. Okay. There has been a land of like, this is logic. We're going to use full logic to get through in the world. That's one energy. The second energy has logic and intuition combined. But this bad boy over here, because he's been running in the background for so long, is the dominant factor. So we feel our intuition, but we don't always have it come to the surface because the logic's so thick. You know what I'm saying? Okay. The third option, which is what I feel like we're currently moving into at the moment, is pure intuition. And as that starts to form itself energetically within our 3D plane, what we will see is a lot of the things that have been created with logic, and any situation, circumstance, anything that was created with the energetics of logic start to dissolve, because they won't make sense anymore. And that's where the energy is shifting to the intuitive, because it doesn't make sense to create logic when our body knows what to do. Our body fully knows exactly what it needs to do. We just have to be able to trust it. And so as we see the gravitational pull back to the intuition and back to the self-led beings that we are, there will be things that just don't make sense anymore. There will, like, so many things. Jobs won't make sense. Friends won't make sense. Relationships won't make sense. The color of my bed won't make sense. Like, it's a lot. Anyway, yeah, but it's also really nice at the same time, because I don't have to make sense all the time. I just have to express how I feel, and that's pretty much the sense. You know what I'm saying? It's a very different experience. And I remember when I come across the energy. No, when I came across my situation in February with the person I had said something to, and it just made sense. I was like, I literally was in the moment talking to her, and I was like, you wouldn't normally respond like that. And then I continued to observe it that energy in the conversations I was having with other people as well. And I was like, okay, something's definitely shifting here, because I can't be having conversations with people who would usually have a completely different way of interpreting what I said, and now be having conversations that are just like, yep, 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 yep. Because logically their mind in the past told them no, but it was beginning to somewhat make sense. So it just shows me they're also transitioning between the logical mind and the intuitive nature. But yeah, that's one thing I'm really loving observing right now, but it's also giving me the double effect of today. Because I woke up today, I knew I needed to turn my phone off, and I didn't have a choice because I have to work, right? The logic. And I knew I also didn't really want to talk to anyone. However, that's sometimes not really possible in the day and age that we live in right now, and the constant communication we have with people all the time. And I was like, okay. And then I had resistance to going to the office, my office for work. And then I went, and absolutely every single thing that I interfered with caused me to have the shits with it. I was so frustrated with absolutely everything, because nothing made sense. And it's like such a paradox, because it's beautiful and I want to be fully in my intuitive nature, and I genuinely am most of the time. But then I just have days where I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This plane, this earth doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Like, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to do that? So it got me definitely in my, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not grumpy and I'm not mad, but I was like a little bit highly strung, maybe is the word. And I was just like, but very much in my feminine energy at the same time. And I was like, oh, I'm going to neck someone. Yeah, that's the energy I was in. And it's really interesting because being able to experience both of those at the same time is pretty humbling to each of them. So like, yeah. And one thing I've been thinking about for probably the last week is like, it's all happening at the same time. Do you not understand? That's what I've been like thinking about. Like everything that happens in your environment, every piece of energy that shifts, oh my God, I don't even know, is occurring within the same moment. And that's almost like a matrix slip up for me. My matrix is starting to dissolve. Maybe that is the case, who knows? But I have been definitely tripping out on my reality of late. And the way I'm presenting, as in like the way I talk right now, is even scary for me, because I feel a level of intimacy that I'm giving to you that I haven't given before. And it's fully intuitive and not logical really at all. Because in the shower just now, I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this. And then I just sat here and went, yeah, all happening at the same time. All the experiences, all the feelings, all the thoughts, everything happening at the same time. It's actually amazing what the human brain can cope with. And I fucking genuinely mean that. That's not even a joke. I shouldn't be joking about that. The human brain can fucking handle it. Trust me. Anyway, I'm about to lie down and meditate the rest of that frustrated energy out of my body. I'm just going to meditate it all the way down to the earth and give it back, because it can't come with me into it tomorrow. So have a great evening. Health, happiness, and humility is what they said. Humility? Yeah, cute. I like that. Health, happiness, and humility. Until next time, YouTube.